Okay, this one's for Gabby. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Ooh, someday wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh why can't well, I see trees of greenland, red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue, and I see clouds of white, and the brightness of day. I like the dark, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, singing, how do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like a lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, the dream that you dare to, why, oh why can't ooh, ooh, ooh.
Good afternoon, San Carlos High School Braves. Proud Principal Poole here, coming with you from Brave TV. Welcome to our 6th week of school, online learning. Lots of great things happening this week, every week at San Carlos High School. Hey, yesterday we had a great day. We had our 2nd and 6th periods. We had great fun in our Student Council Fall Festival. And today we can look forward to more fun from Student Council and our Period 3 classes. So we are in our fall festival. It's a student council activities. And what this is it can't stop this season. We have points for you today, but I just want to say this activity is dress up days. We had such a great day seeing all our students with their headwear and these contests, pumpkin carving contest and photo contest. And today it is weather. Yes, that's right. Sweater weather. Mrs. Poole has her favorite sweater on. She wears it almost every day during the cold months up at San Carlos. I'm sure you've seen me in my sweater. But guess what I discovered? Holes in my sweater. Oh no, I need to find a brand new favorite sweater. So I will. So hey kids, make sure you have your sweater on. The other thing, if you're a student, please write your name in the chat box and you earn yourself a Schoology badge for the eBrave store. So get your name written in the comments. Well, one of the other things, going back to what dress up days are, Friday is the Wizard of Oz costume day. So, wow, we are focusing on the Wizard of Oz this week, and we are encouraging you to dress up on Friday as something from the Wizard of Oz. So we've been talking about what is the Wizard of Oz, what are themes, and so what we've been doing is looking at Dorothy, and we've been seeing kind of comparing and contrasting Dorothy to an Empowered NA. We've been focusing on Empowered NA most of the year here, and here is Dorothy, and what are some similarities, what are some differences we see as we compare Dorothy to an Empowered NA. The other thing we wonder as we're looking at the Wizard of Oz is there any correlation between like the elements of Shishpujol and the Wizard of Oz story and the characters? Where do we see some commonalities? Where do we see some differences? And also on our logo. Our logo really focuses in on knowledge and the culture and wisdom, and do we see some connections? So we've been looking at little bits of the movie all week long. We started Monday looking at Dorothy, and she was in Kansas, and she was dreaming. She was dreaming of being somewhere else, over the rainbow. And you see, this is all black and white. So we talked about dreaming, and if you'd ever want to go or be somewhere else. Well, yesterday, we focused on another part of the journey. She did get to start going over the rainbow. She ended up in the land of Oz, and she started a journey. She immediately tried to want to get back home. And so we focused on what it meant to take a journey and what were some correlations between our own personal lives and being an Apache student too, about what that may be culturally for wanting to go on journeys. Well, today we're going to focus on another little bit of the story today. So today we're going to focus on what we're calling If I Only Had the Nerve. So we have Dorothy. She's been told by the good witch to go see the wizard. And the wizard is going to help her get back home. She needs to go find the Wizard of Oz. So she starts going down the Yellow Brick Road. And along the Yellow Brick Road, she meets some friends. And these friends also are looking for things. And some of them are looking for different things that they're missing. So we're talking about abilities today. Abilities. So let's watch this little clip of the 3 friends she meets along the way. And I'd like you to know they're going to go and they're going to ask the Wizard of Oz for something. They all feel like they're missing something. They want this other ability. Dorothy's trying to get back home. What's her ability to get back home? So as you watch this little clip, focus on for yourself. Maybe if you were one of her friends she met along the way, what would you go ask the wizard for? So let's check this out.
Shame on you.
What did you do that for? I didn't buy them.
No, but you tried to. It's bad enough picking on a straw man, but when you go around picking on poor little dogs.
Well, you didn't have to go and hit me, did you? Is my nose bleeding?
Well, of course not. My goodness, what a fuss you're making. Well, naturally, when you go around picking on things weaker than you are, why, you're nothing but a great big coward.
You're right. I am a coward. I haven't any courage at all. I even scare myself. Look at the circles under my eyes. I haven't slept in weeks.
Why don't you try counting sheep?
That doesn't do any good. I'm afraid of them.
Oh, that's too bad. Don't you think the wizard could help him, too?
I don't see why not. Why don't you come along with us? We're on our way to see the wizard now, to get him a heart.
And him a brain.
I'm sure he could give you some courage.
Well, wouldn't you feel degraded to be seen in the company of a cowardly lion? I would.
Oh, of course not.
Gee, that's awfully nice of you. My life has been simply unbearable.
Oh, well, it's all right now. The wizard will fix everything.
It's been in me so long. I just got to tell you how I feel.
Well, come on.
Yeah, it's sad, believe me, missy, when you're born to be a sissy without the vim and verve. But I could show my prowess, be a lion, not a mouse, if I only had the nerve. I'm afraid there's no denying I'm just a dandelion, a fate I don't deserve. I'd be brave as a blizzard.
I'd be gentle as a lizard.
I'd be clever as a gizzard.
If the wizard is a wizard who will serve
Then I'm sure to get a brain.
A heart.
a home.
The knife.
Wow. So each of them were hoping for something and they thought the wizard could help them, right? So Dorothy wanted to get home. The Scarecrow wanted a brain. The Tin Man wanted a heart. And that lion wanted courage. That's what lions are all about. So let's look now a little later down in the story where they actually do, after great big adventures and journey, get to go see the wizard. Now, I want you to see the wizard. I want you to think about him. But what does the wizard give them that they get, that they really want to help them get those things that they're looking for? So let's think about what ability they're looking for and how does the wizard help them gain that ability. And we'll talk about that in just a little bit. So watch what happens when they finally get to meet the Wizard of Oz.
Yes, it's exactly so. I'm a humbug.
Oh, you're a very bad man.
Oh, no, my dear. I'm a very good man. I'm just a very bad wizard. Well,
What about the heart that you promised Tin Man? And the courage that you promised Cowardly Lion?
I'm Scarecrow's brain. Why, anybody can have a brain. That's a very mediocre commodity. Every pusillanimous creature that crawls on the earth or slinks through slimy seas has a brain. Back where I come from, we have universities, seats of great learning, where men go to become great thinkers. And when they come out, they think deep thoughts, and with no more brains than you have. But they have one thing you haven't got, a diploma. Therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Universitatis Comitiatum e Pluribus Unum, I hereby confer upon you the honorary degree of Ph.D.
PhD?
That's Doctor of Thinkology.
Sum of the square roots of any two sides of an isosceles triangle is equal to the square root of the remaining side. Oh, joy, rapture. I've got a brain. How can I ever thank you enough?
Well, you can't. As for you, my fine friend, you're a victim of disorganized thinking. You are under the unfortunate delusion that simply because you run away from danger, you have no courage. You're confusing courage with wisdom. Back where I come from, we have men who are called heroes. Once a year, they take their fortitude out of mothballs and parade it down the main street of the city. And they have no more courage than you have. But they have one thing that you haven't got, a medal. Therefore, for meritorious conduct, extraordinary valor, conspicuous bravery against wicked witches, I award you the Triple Cross. You are now a member of the Legion of Courage.
Shucks, folks, I'm speechless.
As for you, my galvanized friend, you want a heart. You don't know how lucky you are not to have one. Hearts will never be practical until they can be made unbreakable.
But I still want one.
Back where I come from, there are men who do nothing all day but good deeds. They are called good deed doers, and their hearts are no bigger than yours. But they have one thing you haven't got, a testimonial. Therefore, in consideration of your kindness, I take pleasure at this time in presenting you with a small token of our esteem and affection. And remember, my sentimental friend, that a heart is not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others.
Oh, wow. So they were feeling like they had an ability, and the Wizard of Oz, who was a regular man, he wasn't so mysterious after all, was he? Wow, somebody that you thought was so mighty, and once you get to know him, he's not. But what does he do? He helps the Scarecrow get a brain by giving him a degree. And he helps the lion have courage by giving him a medal. And he helps the Tin Man help him with his heart by giving him a testimonial. So I'll just point out that every single one of those people with ability, they had the ability all along. And if you watch the journey that they had, they showed characteristics of those things that they felt like they're missing. The Scarecrow is smart many times throughout the journey. The Tin Man is so caring, and the lion is so courageous. So I just want to say that many times when we're on our own personal journey, that we will be able. They took us down.